A friend of mine wants to start a mastermind group, but he's having trouble selling it. So let's talk about it. I'm Michelle, mom of four, hence the messy house, and I help moms make 5K or more every single month, working only 2 hours a day. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Today, we're going to talk about what a mastermind is, why it's beneficial to its members, how you can run one as a successful creator. And by the end of this call, you're going to be able to launch a mastermind completely from scratch within the next 7 days. So let's dive in. The first thing I want to talk about is what is a mastermind. So a mastermind is different than most other options, such as like a group coaching or a coaching offer or a done for you service. A mastermind is actually peer-to-peer mentoring used to help members solve their problems. So some pros and cons. There's accelerated learning and problem solving. A lot of times you get diverse perspectives, and you also get to learn from other people who have had the same challenges that you've had. And so you get to leverage their experiences and their expertise to help you through the unique problems that you're solving. There's built-in accountability and motivation because you're constantly meeting with other peers to help you through all of the struggles and the problems that you're facing. And of course, there's valuable networking and relationship building within these groups as well that can help grow your business in other ways not directly related to the mastermind itself. Now, some of the cons associated with it is there is a significant time commitment. Usually the price point on masterminds is a little bit higher. And so what that means is the people who typically can afford and would invest in a mastermind are usually already pretty busy because they've got some level of success. And so once they get to that point, being able to carve out the time that it takes to actually hop on these mastermind calls, be present consistently to get the benefit of it is quite limited. And so you might have people that maybe they want to join a mastermind, but they don't have the time and they're not going to spend the money for something that they can't commit to. There's also potential for groupthink and mismatched advice, meaning that the value of the mastermind is the people that are in the mastermind itself because it's peer to peer. And so you want to be very specific about the types of masterminds that you're looking at. Is it a mastermind with people that are actually going to be helpful to you? Or is it a mastermind with people who are struggling alongside you? Because people who are struggling and haven't gone through the same challenges and gone on to the other side, they might not be able to give advice that's actually helpful. There's also a vulnerability and confidential risks associated with a mastermind as well, because you are being vulnerable. You're sharing struggles, failures, and business details that require significant trust. A lot of times it can be hard for business owners to open up about the amount of money that they're making or the amount of money that they're losing. And some of the struggles that they might have had with lawsuits or with employees or with customers that they had to deal with. And so opening up in these types of group environments can be really challenging and tricky, especially if there's not a lot of deep trust built in the community itself. From the perspective of a consumer, those are the types of things that you're going to be looking at when you're looking for a mastermind to join. But what if you're the creator? What if you're trying to create a mastermind? Is a mastermind a good business to go into? So let's dive in, because some of the pros is, like we said, it does start out with a higher price point. So it's high margin and scalable revenue model, meaning that these are typically high ticket monthly payments that you're going to be receiving. And it's usually low operational costs as well. You don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need a lot of materials. They don't even have to be in person, although a lot of masterminds do like to add in-person events with them to give them a little bit more value. And that's something that is totally optional. The operational costs are very small. All you really need is to be able to have Zoom or some sort of place that people can meet over the internet, and maybe even some sort of a community. I recommend School. That's where I host my community. And like I said, if you think that you'd like to join my community and check it out, the link is in the description. I would say you really want to think about where you're going to be hosting it. Again, it's way more scalable than one-to-one coaching because they're paying you every single month, although you do have to factor in churn in terms of people leaving the community at some point. Again, you're not also doing all the coaching. This is peer-to-peer. And so you're leveraging your expertise, but also other people's expertise. You're building deep client relationships and retention because people are there, they trust you, and they're getting a lot out of the program. And so you're going to have higher retention, lower churn over time. And so these types of things are really important to think about when you're looking to build and scale. And then you're also leveraging your expertise and other people's expertise. So it's not all on you, which is really great for a lot of business owners. However, it can be challenging to constantly fill these groups. Why? Because this is a higher price point. People who are struggling in their business, they're not going to be able to afford a mastermind. And people who can afford a mastermind, their mindset is, why would I want to join one? And so you have to think of coming up with a mastermind that has a lot of qualified prospects who are willing to commit long-term group participation. You have to find people with compatible personalities. You have to find people with commitment levels and goals that require significant efforts and careful screening processes to make sure you're finding the right people for these groups. It's a heavy responsibility on group dynamics. As the facilitator of a mastermind, you're responsible for managing personalities, conflicts, and ensuring equal participation. Difficult members can derail the experience for everybody. And so you're going to have to make tough decisions about removing people, which can create drama and potential legal or refund issues as well. Success depends heavily on member quality and engagement. Think of it this way. If you already are successful in a business and you're looking to scale your business, do you want to join a group of other people who are just struggling to become successful? Probably not, because they can't help you. You're going to be looking for a group of people who have gone past the point that you're trying to get to. And so the struggle there is trying to find members that actually provide lots of quality and engagement in the group so that it becomes attractive and so that the people in the group are actually getting the value that they're paying for. So, all of this to say, how do we actually run a successful mastermind? And these are the top 3 strategies that are really crucial. So 1, you're going to be ruthless about member selection and group composition. You don't want to just accept everyone that can pay. You want to screen for commitment level, communication skills, and complementary expertise or experience levels. You want to look for people that are action takers and who are at similar stages of growth so they can relate to each other's challenges. A few wrong members kills the entire group dynamic. But the right mix creates exponential value. Number 2, you want to establish clear structure and hold firm boundaries. Creating specific formats for meetings like hot seat coaching, accountability check-ins, and problem-solving sessions, setting the ground rules about participation and confidentiality, and sticking to your agenda. You have to be willing to redirect conversations that go off track and call out members who consistently show up unprepared or dominate discussions. Structure creates safety and ensures everyone gets value. Number 3, focus on facilitation, not teaching. Your job as a mastermind host is to guide conversations by asking powerful questions and helping your members extract insights from each other rather than being the expert who provides all the answers. You want to draw out quieter members, and you want to synthesize themes across discussions. You want to help the group identify patterns and action steps, and you want the magic to happen when members solve each other's problems, not when you lecture them. So, if you're looking to start a mastermind, you're sitting there and you're watching this and you're saying, this sounds awesome. This is a great idea. How do I start this and how do I be successful in this? Well, here's 6 steps for you. Number 1, define your niche and your ideal member. Again, you want to be hyper specific because you want a good mastermind. You don't want to just get a bunch of people that can pay. So you want people who can actually pay the amount that you're wanting to charge. You want people who are all at the same experience level. And you want people who all have the same goals in mind so that everybody can work together to hitting those goals. Step number 2, you want to validate demand through pre-launch conversations. So reach out to a bunch of different entrepreneurs in your target demographic for informal conversations. Just hop on a call, see what their biggest challenges are, what kind of peer support that they would value, and if they'd be interested in this type of a group experience and what they would be willing to invest. If you get enough people that are saying these are the challenges and they all have the same challenges, they're all looking for the same peer support, they're all looking for this type of thing and they all want it and they're willing to invest an amount that you think it's worth, then that validates the concept and gives you potential founding members before you formally launch. Step number 3, you're going to design your program structure and pricing based around your target audience, what they're willing to pay, and what types of things that they need help with. So you want to create a clear framework. Perhaps it's 90-minute monthly sessions with specific formats like 20-minute hot seats, accountability rounds, guest expert sessions. You want to price it at a premium offering. Typically, they're around $500 to $2,000 a month. But again, it depends on your niche and what types of problems they're trying to solve. More successful niches and bigger problems charge higher premium prices. You want to position it as an investment in their business growth, not just networking, because people don't pay premium prices to make friends. You want to include clear deliverables like action planning templates or provide community access. Bonus points if it's all of the above. Step number 4, you're going to launch a founding cohort. Start with the 6 to 8 carefully selected members from your validation conversations. Offer them a founding member discount in exchange for feedback and testimonials, and run this pilot program for 3 to 6 months while you work out the kinks. You're going to document what works, refine your processes, and gather case studies for member wins and transformations. Again, at a premium price point, you're going to have to sell transformation. The networking alone will not be enough to get somebody to join. So not only do you want to sell the transformations, but if you can have case studies of the transformations from those founding members, that will help you grow the mastermind. Step number 5, you're going to systemize recruitment and operations. So now you're going to develop an application process with screening questions, reference checks, and discovery calls to ensure good fit. You're going to create standard operating procedures for meetings, member onboarding, and community management. And you're going to build a waitlist system and referral program so successful members help you find their peers. The best types of members are going to come from people that are successful in the mastermind. So keep in mind, having a good referral program will be very beneficial for growing your mastermind. And step number 6, you're going to scale through these proven systems. So once you've proven the model works, you can launch additional cohorts, potentially with different facilitators, or create multiple tiers serving different experience levels. And this is all focusing on maintaining quality over rapid growth. Reputation and member success stories become your primary marketing engine. So if all of this was valuable to you and you're a mom who's interested in joining a mastermind or starting a mastermind, go ahead and check out my free group below in the description and send me a DM, because I've got some pretty awesome groups for moms that are trying to grow their businesses at all different kinds of price points and all different experience levels. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you inside.